All right, in this video we're going to go through some of the Excel files that help us find measures of variation. All right, I have opened the Math That Matters Unit 2 course content file, and I'm on the VFT data file again. What we're going to do is analyze the number of Situps cadets did in this data set. All right, over here I have some things we're going to compute. Mean and median, of course, are measures of center, but just as a reminder about how these work, I am going to use these as well, or fill in these as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with finding the mean of my data set. So I'm going to say equals average, and then come over to the sit-up scores. And again, if I hold down Control Shift and then hit the down arrow, or maybe Command Shift down arrow for a Mac, I can highlight the whole column of entries, and then I can hit Enter, and that gives me the mean. I can also come up here and just click this little portion right here, and I'm going to hit copy, because that's going to be the set of values I want to use over and over again, the range of values, and so I'm going to use that again and again as I go through these different commands. Alright, so median is equals median, and then I can hit paste, and I can find the median of the values. So notice that the mean and median are basically the same, so I likely have sort of a symmetric data set. To find the standard deviation, that's the equals ST. And down here we have two different options, standard deviation.p or standard deviation.s. The difference is very subtle. Are we taking a sample, or do I have the full population? Normally we're going to use the .s version, but right now we're going to go ahead and just use .p because that matches what we did in class. This is all the cadets. It is the full population, so we're going to use the .p version. The difference is very subtle. Don't worry about it too much. And then I'm going to hit paste and hit enter. Standard deviation is 15. All right, to find the minimum value, the smallest value, I can use the min command. So min, hit paste, and there was at least one person who did no sit-ups, probably didn't try. And then to find the max, I can say max of that range, paste it again, and someone did 110 sit-ups. Then the range is simply the max minus the min. In this case, it's not super exciting. I can tell at a glance it's just 110, but just to think about how I could do that, I could make a formula equals the max minus the min, just using arrow keys to get around, and of course it's 110. All right, now to find the quartiles, we haven't used this command before, but I'm going to use the quartile function. Start off with equals, start spelling out quartile, and then I notice that there's this yellow triangle around quartile here. It means that this is an obsolete function, and Excel prefers I use one of these two. The difference between the two is a little subtle. We're always going to use the inclusive version. You can look online what the difference is, but we're always going to use the INC version of commands when they exist. If I hit the tab button, it will go ahead and fill in that whole thing for me. I'm going to delete this parentheses and hit paste. And now there is an extra thing I need to put in here. Oops, it gave me too few arguments. I tried to use the arrow key to go back. It asks, what quartile do I want? So the 0th quartile is the minimum. I want Q1, the first quartile, so I'm going to put comma 1 and then hit enter. And what this means is that 25% of the cadets did less than 60 sit-ups, which means 75% of the cadets did more than 60 sit-ups. All right, I'm going to go up here and just highlight all of this, hit copy, hit escape to get out of here, come over here, and I'm going to hit paste, and then I'm going to change this 1 to a 3 because I want the 3rd quartile. Remember, the 2nd quartile is the median, then I have the 3rd quartile, and then the 4th quartile would give me the max. I could use that button or that command as well, with using a 4 instead of a 3 to get the max. And now I have 75, which means 75% of all cadets did fewer than 75 sit-ups, and 25% did more than 75 sit-ups. And now the interquartile range is going to be Q3 minus Q1, so I hit an extra equal sign, which of course is 15. So the middle 50% had a spread of 15 sit-ups. which isn't a lot. So roughly half the core had a Situp count that was within 15 of each other. So not a big spread within there. So those are the major commands we're going to use for finding measures of variation of a large data set.